in the single throw of 3 fair coins. Okay, 3 fair coins. Find the probability of getting a head and 2 tails. 2 tails and a head, at least a tail appear, then no head appear. Now, it's a straightforward question. The first thing is we need to draw our sample space. I will just draw my sample space over here. Let me use a red ink. That will be okay. Now we have a coin. When you throw, the first throw is either you have a head and a tail. Then the second throw will be a head and a tail from the head, and then a head and a tail, as I've explained when we are dealing with 2 fair coin. Now, for 3 fair coin, each of these will also produce their own head and tail. So this will give me head and tail. This will give me head and tail. This will give me head and tail. This will give me what? Head and tail. All right. So what are the sample space? We have head, head, head. That is the first sample space. So we have head. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that over here. The sample space will be head, head, head. Okay. Then we can have head, head, tail. We can have head, head, tail. Then we can have a tail. Okay. Sorry, head, tail, head. That is head, tail, head. Head, tail, head. Now, you can also have head, tail, tail. You can have head, tail, tail. Now, we are done with this branch. Let's come to this branch. Tail, head, head. Tail, head, head. The next one will be tail, head, tail. Tail, head, tail. Then we can have tail, tail, head, and then tail, tail, tail. Okay, tail, tail, head, and then tail, tail, tail. Now, the total outcome here is 8. That is, we are going to take all this as one event. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 outcome, total outcomes. Now, the first question is probability of getting a what? A head and 2 tail. Anywhere we see just one head and 2 tail. Now, probability of getting one head, 2 tails. One head and 2 tails. Now, let's search. Here we have 3 head, 2 head, 2 head. This is an example of what? One head and 2 tail. That is 1. This is 2 head. Okay. This is 1 head and 2 tail. 1 head, 2 tail. Then here is another example of 1 head and 2 tail. So we have 1 head and 2 tail in 3 places. That gives us 3/8. Then we move on to the next question. Probability of getting 2 head and a tail. Okay, 2 head and 1 tail. Let's inspect our sample space. This is 3 head. This is 2 head and 1 tail. This is 2 head and 1 tail. This is also 2 head and 1 tail. So 2 head and 1 tail, 2 head and 1 tail, 2 head and 1 tail. We have it in 3 places. So that will still give us 3/8. Now the next question, which is question C, is what? At least a tail. Anywhere you see tail, you count it. So probability of having what? At least a tail. At least a tail is at least a tail. We have a tail here. Okay. When you look at it, we have a tail here. We have a tail here. Sorry, we also have a tail here. Okay. A tail here, a tail here, a tail here, a tail here. That is, whether you have one tail or two or three, you count it. All we are after is anywhere you can see a tail. So a tail, 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 tail. We have tail here, we have tail here, and we have tail here. When you count it, it will give you 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the probability of getting excuse me, the probability of getting at least a tail is 7/8. That is the solution to question C. Now the last question is the probability of having no head, where no head appear, no head. So when you look at everything from the beginning to the end, the only place where we don't have head at all is this particular place, just one place. So probability of having no head is just 1/8, because it's just a place, just one.